For those of you that haven't seen, the upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, has been delayed due to an incident with Toei Animation where they got hacked. This has caused them to put all their currently in production works on an indefinite hiatus. It doesn't mean the movie's actually cancelled, like some people have been reporting. It just means that it's being delayed, but they don't know for how long yet. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the knock-on effect that this could have for the Dragon Ball Super card game, because obviously we were going to get cards added into the game based on this movie, the same way we did with the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So the movie was originally set to be coming out sort of towards the end of April, but that's for Japan. There was no official release date for when it was supposed to come out in the rest of the world. But based on when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out in Japan versus the US, it probably would have come out about a month later. That was pretty much the gap between Dragon Ball Super Broly coming out in Japan and coming out in the US was 1 month. And if we take a look back at the Wikipedia page for Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, we can see it was coming out in US and Canada January 2019, Bangladesh, the UK and Ireland also in January. So like I say, it was released outside of Japan about a month after it first debuted in Japan. And then in terms of the card game with Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, the first cards we actually saw that featured characters from the movie was in Clash of Fates. We had the 4 feature rares and then the secret rare Army Reborn. And then if we take a look at when Clash of Fates actually came out, it came out January 18th, 2019, so literally 2 days after the Broly movie premiered in the US. So if that pattern were to hold true for the plans with Dragon Ball Super Superhero, it means that most likely the movie would have been coming out in May. So if we take a look forward at what's planned to come out in May, maybe take an educated guess that that is where the first cards with characters from the upcoming movie were going to appear. So if we take a look here, the next main booster set was planned to come out in May. It's the last set for the Unison Warrior series. So it's quite likely that we could have seen maybe a few cards in here, maybe again 4 or 5 and a secret rare perhaps, that were supposed to be tied in with the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Superhero movie. Now obviously if the movie has been delayed by potentially a few weeks, potentially a few months, we don't know at this point how long it's going to be delayed by. This could mean that this set might have to be pushed back, or it could be that Bandai would have to remove those cards from this set. And again, if they were planning on doing something like with the Broly movie and having one be a secret rare, that potentially could mean in the future they announce, hey, the next set was supposed to have 3 secret rares, now it's only going to have 2 because we need to hold off on the one because it's a spoiler for the upcoming movie potentially. Or we could maybe even see the whole set being pushed back depending on how many cards in here were supposed to be coming out at the same time as the movie, and just how much of a spoiler some of the certain cards are going to be. If it shows certain forms that haven't been revealed yet, or certain characters that haven't been revealed yet, then potentially it could be something where the whole set has to be pushed back to release more in time with when the movie's coming out. But again, we don't know that yet. We'll probably have to keep an eye out and see if Bandai announce anything. Now there is actually another product that's set to be released in May. It's the Ultimate Deck. Although none of the new cards in this, all the Cell cards, the Dr. Gero Unison, the androids, none of these are from the upcoming movie. These are all Cell Saga things. Plus it has a pack of the latest set, Realm of the Gods, so it's no reason that this probably wouldn't come out in May, even if the set it's supposed to come out alongside does get delayed by potentially a few weeks, few months. There'd be no reason for this to get delayed along with it, because like I say, it's all to do with the Cell Saga, nothing to do with the upcoming movie. Obviously, the premium pack set, if the set gets delayed, then this is going to be delayed. And then we have to think about how this might impact the set even after the next one. So it's set to be released in September of 2022. Hopefully the Dragon Ball Superhero movie will be out by then. Potentially if the next set 17 is delayed, this set will probably have to be delayed as well by pretty much an equal amount of time. just to keep the releases spaced out, just so they're not expecting people to buy two like main booster sets back to back. So it could even have a knock-on effect for the first set of the next block. And even thinking back to the way it was with the Broly movie, we had a few cards in the set that came out at the time of the movie, and it was the next set, set 6, Destroyer Kings, where we saw actual like full archetypes based on the Broly movie. You had the green Broly BR stuff, you had the red Goku and Vegeta BR stuff, you even had the red Frieza BR. So there were multiple archetypes in that set that were based on the Broly movie. So again, if we take that as how they were going to do it with the upcoming movie, it would mean this set here is probably where we'd see the first full archetypes based on the new movie. So again, depending how big of a delay we're going to get on the movie, if it's only a few weeks, maybe this will still come out in September. If it's a few months, this could be pushed back to maybe late October, maybe even November potentially. But that's assuming this set is going to contain a lot of cards to do with the upcoming movie. You know, I could be totally wrong on this. They could have not planned to do it the same way they did with the Broly movie. Maybe they were going to wait multiple months until after the movie was out to start including characters from that movie in the card game. But just based on the past sort of precedent, it's the only thing we really have to go on. Basically of when we were going to start seeing cards of like Gamma 1 and 2, who are like the villains, I guess, of the upcoming film. When we could expect to see them in the card game. I would assume there may be a card or two based on them in set 17, and then we might get a full like leader and archetype here in set 18. So again, the movie most likely will have a knock-on effect. I can't see the sets not being delayed if the movie is. I don't think Toei Animation would be happy for Bandai to be releasing a full set full of like spoilers for the movie, basically. So yeah, we could very well see this set be delayed. There is one other pair of sets that are kind of note between now and September, which are these History of Goku and History of Vegeta. I don't see these having anything to do with the upcoming movie. I know they're going to have redesigned artwork, but like, for instance, I can't imagine they're going to change, say, this Vegeta here to be a version of him from the upcoming movie. Just because this is Vegeta, like, down in the right-hand side where you have, like, the error trait is specifically Vegeta from the Tournament of Power, I believe is this card. Or over here, you know, you have SS4 Vegeta. I don't think he's going to be appearing in the movie, and it's, like, in the card name and the special trait and everything again. Or the error trait again will be from whatever saga this was. The Shenron saga, maybe, I think it was. Can't remember off the top of my head. But in the past, when Bandai have kind of redesigned cards, or at least done alternate artworks for them, they do tend to stick with, especially battle cards, they do tend to stick with where the character originally was from. It's only on extra cards where they've changed which characters are featured here and there. So maybe, let's say the set featured Preemptive Strike, and instead of being Vegeta and Zarbon, I believe it is, if that was like Vegeta fighting, say, maybe Gamma 1 or Gamma 2 from the upcoming movie, maybe that could have a knock-on effect to these sets, but I don't think it's likely. I think these are going to be totally their own thing. It's just based around Goku and Vegeta, who aren't necessarily the main characters of the upcoming movie even. It seems like they're taking a bit of a backseat on this one to Gohan and Piccolo. So I'd be quite surprised if any of these cards got redesigned with artwork based on the upcoming film. I don't think that's going to be the case. So I wouldn't expect these sets to be delayed in any way, even if other ones are. These probably will come out in July. And I guess the only other thing is the new starter decks, right? These are supposed to be coming out alongside the first set in the new block, like I said, in September. Obviously, if that set gets pushed back, it's more than likely that all these starter decks will be. There's actually going to be 4 of them. One for each colour except black, I guess. It's kind of hard to make out which characters these actually are, because these do tend to be like pretty accurate. The like silhouettes do actually tend to be the characters that the starter deck are actually for, and the only one that's like really obvious, I think, is this one here. You can quite clearly tell it's a Great Ape. This one here, I don't know, that kind of looks like it could be Baby, like the spiky hair and like the bit of the shoulder pad there, maybe. So maybe it could be an update for the blue Baby GT like archetype that we saw a few sets back. But yeah, if the first set of the next block that these are to go alongside gets delayed, I would expect these to be as well. So it could be that the delay of this movie could have a big knock-on effect for the card game. Potentially multiple main sets being delayed, new sets of starter decks being delayed alongside them. I wouldn't expect it to hit any of the expansions, and again, I don't think it'll affect these theme reprint sets, but I guess we'll just have to wait to see when Toei announce how long this delay is actually going to be, or when they give the new release date at least. And then we probably expect an announcement within, say, a week or two of that from Bandai as to whether this is going to have a knock-on effect on the card game or not. Again, it depends how much of a delay there's going to be on the movie. So that's going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful, go ahead and leave a like. That really helps me out. You can also go ahead and subscribe to be notified when new videos come out on the channel. And thanks for watching.